Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, as we carry on our playthrough of Atom RPG. So, in the last episode also, is that the only fire that I've seen? Except from the one out there? So, in the last episode we had talked to pretty much everyone on the outside of the building, as well as a couple from the inside. There's a guy who's been stabbed around here. And now we're going to talk to, I'm guessing, the boss and the second in command? Yeah. So, hello sir, who are you? You see a tall, strong man in his 40s. He is armed and dressed like many of his comrades in the bandit camp, but one little detail strikes you. On the sleeves of his thick jacket is a sunburnt tag with blood type. It obviously came from some sort of uniform. Seeing you approach, the man glances at you as if evaluating your worth. If you have any business, speak with the boss. I just wanted a bit of chit-chat. Oh, personality fail. You can speak with my boss. I'm not talkative type. You obviously didn't make a good first impression on this tough-looking man. He looks at you suspiciously and grips his automatic rifle tightly. Well, then I'll go. Ah, okay. No, I do like that, because not enough games that give you the option to build a character actually give you, times when these are useful. I like how our attention, which is actually quite low, has helped us out, but obviously our personality, which is only 5, we're more brainy and dexterous. I don't know if you ever get more points up there, but we've got a long bloody way until we get to level 4, so I should really make another character and run him at the exact same time, but do him opposite of this guy, like make him melee or something. Before you stands a tall man in a dusty suit with a leather holster on his hip. He's nothing like the rest of the men out here in the abandoned factory. He stands straight, his hair is combed, his eyes radiate intelligence. On seeing you, he fixes his eye and says in a calm, measured tone. I'm listening. Dan, I presume. The same. Who are you? Your real name, please. I don't want to discuss my real name. Lebot. Dan strokes his large moustache and looks you straight in the eyes. You start feeling uncomfortable. He almost peers straight into your soul with a cold gaze. Lebot. The boss writes your name into a small notebook. Then he looks at you as if waiting for you to keep on talking. I was sent by Corsoi about a job. I see. And why did Corsoi think you'd make a good candidate? You see, we are looking for a very special type of person. I had a thief's passport. So, this? So, you're one of those types. Well, fine. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. You're looking for work? That's right. Can you help me with that? Yeah. Job. The boss clicks his tongue. I have a job for you. No, better call it a test. Look. Go into the main factory, facility. Where we made our barracks. In there, go look for a locked door. In front of it, you will see 2 guards. Talk to one they call Inca. Is Jack. I have no idea. Shishkak. Shark. He will give you the rest of your instructions. Then first, Korsoi sent me here. Then I have to go find... What am I, a mailman? Nod silently. A man of few words, yes. That's good. Be sure to return when the job is done. We'll discuss your future. Very well. Very well. I need to eat. Well, go and eat then. Don't just talk about it. Only make you hungrier. I don't suppose... No. What else was there? Well, actually, we talk to this dude. Before you stands a man... stands a slim, busy-looking man. He watches you silently approach. He doesn't want to start a conversation. Hey there, can I ask you some questions? Hey, well, go ahead and ask, and I'll see if I can answer or not. How's life? It's okay. Lost a buddy some time ago. He went in for an Oystermany, you know, to secure some babes. Score some babes. Said he'll spend the night at some old hag's gas station on the way back to the city. Nobody's seen him since. Maybe I should go and look for him. Nah, it's his own fault for taking such a crooked route to the city. If he is indeed lost, so be it. Also, I owe him some money, so don't bother. Like I said, nothing more important than good friends. The man shrugs. He obviously doesn't care much. Tell me about this place. It's our base. We're held up for good. Just like some fancy castle. Nobody can jump us and surprise us, not from any side. Okay. What you busy with? Busy as usual. I go to meetings with the other groups. I rob merchants. I loot abandoned homes. And that's not all of it. Jobs just keep on coming. Okay. Heard any good rumours? Nothing. Okay, well, fuck you. Who should we talk to? Let's go with him. Can I drink some coffee? Is it cold enough yet? It was. It was at the perfect temperature. Before you stands a broad-shouldered man with cold, cruel eyes. He quickly talks about something with his comrade, but at the sight of you he turns and looks at you from under his brow. There is an unpleasant smile on his face. It looks like he's planning something... Oh dear. Malice? Planning something... I don't know. About you. Hi, Dan sent me. Are you by chance called whatever? Maybe yes, or maybe no. What did Dan say to you? Dan told me to speak with... Whiskey? The man spits and looks at you with a cold stare. At last he shakes his shoulders and takes out a bunch of keys. He reluctantly begins to sort them out. Yeah, right. Can you... Well, here I am. So... Jiska himself. Don't pass out from excitement. Jiska starts whistling to himself. He is checking the keys for a second... He is checking the keys for the second round and has absolutely no plan to somehow accelerate his process. We need to unlock this door, son. Done. And as you can see, there is a whole ocean of keys on my ring. A good portion of them do not open anything at all in this camp. Just being there when I found it, and I never got around to sorting out. Hope you understand. I understand perfectly. Jiska yawns and lazily cracks his neck. He then proceeds to search from the right key. He does not hurry, practically throwing up some meaningless phrase to a man and the man that stands next to him. He's obviously taking his time. What is the correct one? I can't seem to remember. Ah, heck. Scares me. Son, it's a bit awkward, really. Yeah, really awkward. Well, such is life. Time flows. It feels as if Shaky already forgot about the right key, and you are the right key. About you and everything in the world, he is deliberately, slowly and thoughtfully drives his finger along the bunch, stretches, and only occasionally raises his eyes at you to slight grin. Okay. Finally, he snaps his finger and takes out an unremarkable brass key. Oh, here it is. Well, you see how fast I am? No need for nagging, boy. I didn't even nag. I just... So... What are we doing in here? We all... Oh, this... Before you stands... Cold eyes... Oh, no, okay, yeah. Before you stands Shiki, square-built man with cold, cruel eyes. He is looking at a huddled-up prisoner with a gag in his mouth. The prisoner squirms on the dirty floor, trying his best not to look at anyone in the room. He is obviously afraid of getting beaten. Looky here, kid. We keep our guest in this room. He swiftly squats in front of the prisoner, making him instantly recoil in the opposite direction, and shrinks even more than before. Shaky then starts rhythmically tapping with rhythmically. God damn, some words, damn it. Rhythmically, damn it. Claps his hands near the prisoner's head. The prisoner winces with every clap. He was a little tense. His silence made no sense. I saw a little piece of crap and put him in a body bag. Why are you so angsty? Stop shivering. Look me in the eyes, you stupid fuck. The prisoner blinks in fear and carefully raises his watery eyes to Shaky. The bandit clicks his tongue and dabs his large fist dabs his large fist to the prisoner's face. The prisoner shuts his eyes, but Shaky only grins and dusts off his pants. He looks at you and spreads his hands. He's a nervous fellow and a bit tetchy. Yeah, but maybe it's because of the gag. Who is he? Some Scuzmuck from Oyster Nenny, whatever it is. Talked a lot, cut a wide what about his money, but was it worth it? I don't think so. Though now he is sitting in our luxurious apartment, and believe you me, when I say that in the beginning I was cautious with him, just gave him a couple of quick chin checks, that's all, but he kept screaming. Something in the line of, I said something stupid, I have nothing on me. He's bluffing, I'm telling ya. Damn, you're an arsehole, Shaky. What are you, a dirty snitch or something? Keep it simple, son, and maybe people will reach out to you. Stop your blabbering and do what you came here to do. Pat on you, so what did you want me to do? Stay silent. Look, here. Your job is easy. Easy peasy. Shaky reaches into his... What? His bosom? Bosom? I have no idea. And pulls a pistol TT gun. He hands it to you, grip forward. Here's a gun. It has one bullet in. Here's this. Here's this mutton head. The rest is up to you. I give you full carte blanche. You may kill him right away or execute him first. You may kill him right away or execute him first. Are you actually that simple, or am I reading this wrong? Because it's the same fucking thing. I may be reading it wrong, but if that is what it says there, then he must be simple. He must be. Do as you want. I don't really care, since he keeps harping on the same thing. I have no money, I'm not a millionaire. Only the grave can fix him. So, some vulgarous beatings on important origins? I don't know. The bound prisoner begins to shake. He mumbles something with his gag still in his mouth. He looks at you with a mixture of mixture of expressions, with hope and fear at the same time, but more with fear. Vicky walks a couple of steps and begins to watch your interactions with the thug. Interactions. The second thug joins him. Aim at the prisoner. Hit the prisoner with the pistol. Do nothing. Attack Vicky. Well, we're massively outnumbered. I don't know who this person is. Aim at the prisoner. You raise your gun at the prisoner. The bound man begins to quickly whimper and slowly creep away from you. You can read pleading and fear in his deep, deer-like gaze, which is fixed on the muzzle of the gun. Shoot him in the head. Oh. You pull the trigger. Nothing happens. Instead of a shot, you hear only a clicking sound. The magazine is empty. You look at Shaky in astonishment, whilst the unscathed captive quickly sobs on the floor. Shaky cheerfully winks at you and takes the gun from your hand. Ha! And you thought that it was loaded, son. What a clown. This lucky bastard can still come in handy. I feel that he didn't tell us everything. But you also demonstrated yourself from an interesting angle. Hang on. Didn't tell us everything, but you demonstrated yourself from an interesting angle. Tried to just shoot him in cold blood, eh? Okay, me? The man calls his friend and whispers something in his ear. Then he slaps him on the back and Kira darts off and runs out the room. Now go see Dan. He'll have something to say about all this. You have some interesting tests here, you know. Can we talk to him? Oh wow, his chin is pretty fucked. Like, his mouth is fucked. Like, if that's actually a full cut. Yeah. Before you stands a moustached man in his 40s. He is white as a sheet and his capture has put a gag of dirty cloth in his mouth. His arms and legs are bound with a sweat-soaked rope. He looks around the room and desperately I don't know. Stopping his gaze on you. It is obvious that the only way to free the man is to cut the rope. No, I'm not cutting. Hang on. Let's just... Ooh! Hey. Vicky's gun. Nobody knows how Shiki got his Tokarov gun, but it has his nickname scribed on the handle. Oh, really? Also, we don't have enough strength for it. It's a pistol. What? He wants $1,000 for it? No. I forgot we have a grenade. Wow, that's 434 ruples for a grenade? Huh. How many ruples do we have? That. Okay, we could buy his gun. Huh. Do I want to spend... No. No, I don't. That would be all of our money. Let's just go. Turn. Wrong mouse controls. Quick save, because I think that went alright. No, we didn't kill matey. Sadly. Dan. You see the man in a dusty suit wearing a gun holster on his belt. It's the local boss. He snaps his fingers without looking at you. Well, what brought you here? What? It's ready. I've done your test. Dan nods, extracts a notebook from his inner pocket and consults his mysterious notes. Then he hides it back in the depths of his jacket and looks at you. We both know that already. You're a curious case. Why is that? You didn't strike me as a man who could kill a person without thinking twice. I'm interested in what was driving you. Go on, tell me. I didn't want to kill him. Maybe hurt him a little in worst case. The man had suffered already. A bullet was an act of mercy for him. I was given a gun. I was shown a target. What's so surprising? I'll be happy to finish some yokels off. I suspected the gun wasn't loaded. It was a mercy. Damn. Just seeing whom fate has brought. A soft-hearted fool. What could be worse? Your kind of curse... Hang on. Your kind has caused so much shit in this world, it's impossible to clean up after you, eh? Well, if you channeled your qualities of rather questionable values right, they might well serve us. But then the question arises, how can I use you? Okay. Alright. I had a different job in store for you, but seeing as you're such a weirdo, I'll give you another task. I want you to deal with some very, very bad guys. You show them your mercy, as you call it. Tell me the details. There's a hut not far from the factory. It's occupied by a group of adventurous guys. Who brew moonshine there. There are plenty of people who'd never say no to a drink, so their business goes uphill. They rake in the money and other valuable things, and they don't really like to share. So your task is simple as a pike mace design. You go to their den and convince them to side with us. You're at liberty to resort to take measures you see fit. In other words, the moonshiners must either pay us for protection or lose everything. What if words are not enough to convince them without... What if words are enough to convince them without violence? Even better, my guys don't know the first thing about producing moonshine, so the less actual damage you cause, the better. Well, what if I accidentally do them in? Anything might happen. Well, this might serve as a good lesson to the locals, but I wouldn't want to go that far. After all, their business is quite lucrative, and we're not rich enough to wreak havoc right, left and centre. Understood. Where should I start? You should start with going to the moonshiners and convincing them to pay protection. Give me your map and I'll show you where the camp is. You hand him the map. I just want to point out, I despise the fact that we keep handing our map out that has locations circled on it. It's like, oh, military base over here. Oh, there's this over here, there's this, and it's just, here you go, gang leader. 54 XP. Oh, okay, I get it now. Wait, what are you going to pay me? I want to talk about the captive. Now that's interesting, and what did you want to discuss? Who he is? What is he doing here? Or did you want to bail him out? I mean, pay his ransom. Who is he? A tech specialist from the village. Aha. A small-time alcoholic, loser, coward, and liar. And... I have no idea. Advanced handyman. All in all, a pretty balanced character. What is he doing here? Some of my men arrested him after he said something about being secretly rich whilst on a drinking bin. Our organisation is something like a law around these parts. We hold the monopoly on violence, if you know what I mean. But we ask for tax money in return, and this friend didn't pay what he could, obviously. So now he's in our cell, guilty of not paying us enough taxes. Can I free him? Sure, but not for free. Twist it all you like, but he did break the law. An unwritten one, but still. Whilst we investigate, he must be kept behind bars if someone kind enough to bail him out doesn't show up, that is. What is the price of freedom, friend? What do you think in terms of cash, I mean? Well, 100 rupees? Wow, you think life is that cheap? I should flog you for the lack of empathy. Lack of Haha. All jokes aside. All jokes aside, although 500 rupees and he walks out of here. No banter, no funny stuff, just money, pure and simple. Maybe there's a way I can get him off your hands cheaper. What do you think, Dan? He's not worth your time. You're just wasting food on him. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought I told you no funny stuff. Aren't you ashamed? Human life is precious. God damn it. Here's the money. Can't believe we just lost our fucking rupees. You hand over the sum of money to the leader of the bandits and he counts it, repeatedly wetting his finger with saliva. Finally he nods and takes the money into his shirt. After doing so, he gets out a small pen and paper, writing something on it with a sturdy pencil and gives it to you. The leader of the gang looks at you somewhat suspiciously and nods. More reading. Okay. Okay, I did this to myself. I knew what this game was like. I can't blame anyone but myself. Well, you don't look like a complete fool to me, so go on with your questions. Tell me about yourself, if it's not a secret. Dan looks at you suspiciously, hopefully. You clearly failed to win him over. You clearly failed to win him over, and he's not going to answer such a personal question. What makes you think I'll tell the life... What makes you think I'll tell the story of my life to a passerby? Next question. Fair enough. What do you think about the camp? A good place if we want to keep our eyes on the land around and keep up with the latest news. It's practically a castle. Pity there's no well here, but I think we can arrange that too. How's the brigandry going? It doesn't look like Dan is ready to discuss such a serious issue with you. My guys can tell you more. Okay, yeah. Any rumours lately? I've heard there's an effigy? An epidemic of a new disease. That can't be epidemic. I've heard there's a new something of a new disease in the wasteland. It's called the Brusneff syndrome. I saw those who suffered from it. You know what they had in common? They had completely different symptoms. Different symptoms were utterly superstitious and unimaginarily stupid. Got it. Okay, fine, we'll leave. Did we speak to this dude? You see a short, nimble guy with bruised knuckles. Brass knuckles? I don't know. Knocks about camp. He stops for a moment and looks at you with a crooked smile. A familiar face? What's cooking, Chief? You know, nothing special. Can I ask you some questions? How's life around here? The man shrinks and winks and does all sorts of things. How's life? It's not that bad, but it could be even better if we were to have some fine broads. You know what I'm talking about. He draws two formidable spheres in the air and winks at you again. With a great big rack, and if you want me to show the size of her ass, well, my hands are not quite long. My hands are not that long. How original. Tell me about the place. You know as much as I do about this place. It's a factory. Just a regular factory. And if it wasn't a factory, then it would be a monastery, since there are no women in this place. Zero, zip, dill, nil. That could explain why the girl is dressed as a boy over there. What are you busy with? I'm just minding my own business. Ooh. It looks like he wants to add something, but unsure if he should. Well, fine. I heard that one Curious George got jacked up with a shiv for asking too many questions. If you don't want to meet with a terrible fate like that, you'd better stop pushing people around, pushing people for answers they don't want to. Okay, me. You want some rumours, eh? Well, there is talk that our favourite little Hamlet, was visited by some really strange dudes recently. He was buff like some of the boys here in the camp, and he had some weird manner of talking, like he was from the army or something, not to mention that he used some scientific terms and told stories about, I don't know, a real piece of work, I tell you. Okay. Oh, he drank half of the vodka in the town and even tried putting the moves on the local broad. It goes without saying that he failed massively, since that girl is cooler than a Siberian winter. And good for her, that dude obviously has a history behind him. It would be great to interrogate him. Such cell warriors usually mean bad news. You have a sneaking suspicion that the man in question is your comrade from Atom, Alexander. You silently swear at his great ability to stay out of the radar. Okay. Well, no, that was handy. If we see him again, perhaps we'll be able to interact with him and be like, Alexander, you're a walking mountain and you're drawing attention from everyone. Stop it. Quick save, just in case. Just in case. No, it is different. So before you stands Shiki, a broad-shouldered man with cold, cruel eyes. He looks around absent-mindedly, twisted in his fingers is a thin roll-up with redolent tobacco. What the fuck is... I have no idea. I came for the prisoner. He raises an eyebrow in suspicion. You don't say. And can you prove it? Do you think that any bum can come in and say that? Here's a note from Dan. Jakey takes the note, throws an incredible, I don't know, look at you, and frowns at it a little. He looks at you again, twists the note in his hand, and finally shrugs his shoulders with indifference. Well, everything seems in order. Okay, wait a second. He takes a knife and quickly cuts the rope that bound the man's hands and feet, the prisoner. Yeah, well, bye. Come with me. The man nods and glances nervously at his surroundings. Whoa, what? Oh, was that just dirty rags? Oh, that did not... Like, tell me in the comments below. Did you think that was a rag in his mouth? Or did you think that was, like, a beard? Because I thought it was a beard. And, like, all his mouth was cut up under the beard. Continue. Oh, hey, brother. What's up? How are you feeling? Can you move out? Can you move out the way? Okay, let's just get going. Yeah, but as soon as we leave the factory, I'm off to the village. We can chat later there. Yep, no, that's fine. We've talked to everyone here. We've done everything here, I think. So we will make our way off, back to the village. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to end the episode off here. And when we get back to the village, or no, when we get onto the world map, if anything happens, I'll bring you back. If not, we will be in the village when we can complete another quest. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Atom RPG. And I really hope you're looking forward to the future episodes to come. So yes, without anything else to say, take care everyone, and as always, bye for now.